So, hello again. My name is Bowen Chung. We chose the topic selective disclosure and cross-jurisdiction for our hackathon. So, Gaia-X compliance verification today has a data minimization gap. The current lawyer flow uses classical verifiable credentials, which are the W3C VC 2.0 envelope, signed as compact JWS, where every claim in credential subject is in plain text. To prove your business is registered, you hand the right verifier the entire registration record. There is no protocol level mechanism to disclose facts selectively. We built SDCJ, a Gaia-X Danube extension, which produces SDJWT-VC credentials per IETF, the same compliance checks, and also cryptographically selective disclosure. And next slide. The problem that we faced, so we chose this topic, is that cross-border B2B has a privacy or verification trade-off. To trade in Gaia-X data spaces, you must prove that you are a real regulated business. And in today's verification, you must hand over your full registration record, your name, your status, your tax class, your dissolution date, and the works. So the counterparty sees everything, even when they only need to know that the business is still active. And every cross-border deal exposes more data than it should. So the fact that the verification is not equal to the data that was verified, what this means is that if the verifier wants to check whether the business is verified, we don't need to see the data, we just need to know that they are verified. So a tax authority needs to confirm that your number is active, that's the fact. The verifier needs that fact, not the underlying record. And as the JWT-VC lets you separate I was verified from here's what was checked. And this is the flow for the implementation. So we have the tax authority, which goes to the SDCJ extension, and also the holder's participant wallet. And lastly, it goes through the verifier counterparty. And it was also built as a proper Gaia-X Danube extension. So it runs alongside the Gaia-X stack, which is the Danube stack. You have the compliance dispatcher and also the basic functions. In the compliance dispatcher, we have listed the extension. We have forked the compliance dispatcher. We have created the logics for the extension, and also added it into one of the list of extensions that the compliance dispatcher supports. And the extension itself talks to the tax authorities. So it's actually a fork of the IMX extension. We refactored the Japan's registration number module, and also added the Korean NTS modules.
Very well, yeah.
And also we aim to make this extension as plug and play as possible. So we created an adapter for adding your regions, business registration, however you want. So there is 4 interfaces here, which is the country code and also display name, the tax authority. In Korean's case, you have the KR and also Korea. For the tax authority is depending on your country. In case of Korea, we have the NTS. And also this is for the verification logic. So every country, they just only have to implement the logics in this section here. And currently we have Korea adapter. We also have Japan adapter, but we plan to have as many people join the project as possible in every region. And I will move on to the demo, the live demo. So this is a UI that we've prepared for the hackathon. This is the full flow of the selective disclosure process. So there's 3 presets here. These are Korean business registration numbers. 2 of these are legit and valid numbers, and this one is a made-up number. If we try with the fake number,
this is our company registered in Korea.
yeah.
In Japan, we link directly KI data by
can see that the fake number does not pass. So let's switch to a valid one. You can see the authority that's being used here as the issuer. So actually the SDCJ extension is the issuer itself, which it connects to the API of the governments. And in the holder section, you can choose what to be forwarded to the one that requests the data. So either if you want to show the registration number. So you can see here that everything is redacted so far here. I chose the registration number and it shows the registration number here. If we try with every data except for the text, the closing type. Oh. Yep, and that should work. You can see all the data here. There is also some fields that is always visible. It should be plain text visible at all times, such as the country code and also the tax authority and when it was verified, when is the credential verified at. And if you go down here, you can see the structure of the credential. We have the headers here and also the payload. You can see in the underlined SD here, these are the 4 disclosures that were encoded. And if you go to see the presented and the issued, you can see which sections of the data is being shown here and which are the ones that is being hidden. And for this one is the directly API calling the extension itself. Yeah. And you can see the JSON view of the credential. This here shows that the dispatcher has our extension as one of the supported trust scopes. And then this is to check the shape of the credential via the compliance dispatcher. Yep. And the extension is currently also hosted at this URL. So if you want to try it out, you can go to this link here. So I think that's the end of the demo. I will move back to the presentation. So through the demo, we can see that it goes through the full flow, goes through the compliance dispatcher, and then the SDCJ extension. It talks to basic functions for the shapes, and also the Korea NTS. And I should also show that we have our own ontology and shape for the extension here. So we are using our namespace here, as SDCJ, and also the shapes. Yeah. And why this matters? Because cross-border B2B is exploding. Korea, Japan, EU data spaces are real near-term traffic. Each jurisdiction has its own tax authority and its own data sensitivities. SDCJ means that one credential, multiple counterparties, and minimum disclosures each time. Compliant by construction. So you say that, oh no, I'll send you a redacted PDF. And what's next? We plan to have more jurisdictions join the project under the same adapter pattern. Also OID4BP for wallet to verify holder presentation, because we had a presentation today for the OID4VC in EDC. And so we want to work with that again. And also revocation list, since the SDJOT supports it. That's not the end. We also have a extension created in the cloud code. All right. Okay, so
It's a pleasure to be here once again, everyone. Thank you for giving this the opportunity. Now, while we were developing this solution about selective disclosure with JOT, we were also seeing that many of us are using, or almost all of us are using Cloud Code in development, okay? So during the session itself, we came up with an idea that why do we keep this knowledge to ourselves? If everyone is using Cloud Code, let's give an agent in Cloud Code to everyone, and anyone who wants to have their own jurisdiction, bring your own rules. They don't need to understand how that happens. They just they just run the Cloud Code agent, and everything will be guided by the agent itself. So that's what I'm going to show you here today. There is a clear screen. There is nothing there. I'm just starting Claude now. Okay, so that's Claude. Now here you can see build jurisdiction extension. That's the extension we have developed during this hack. And if I run it, I don't know anything. Assume that I don't know anything. It's just a clear start. And it will tell you what we need in order to build your own extension of Danu for bringing your own rules. So it says that what is the jurisdiction named? And I can say say Malaysia. Yeah, a new country. Then second, what is ISO? So MY. Yeah. Third would be trust scope. Then I say MY jurisdiction. Okay, and I hit enter. That's the section A of our agent for building your own extension. It says that, okay, everything is fine. Now let's see the section B to build your own jurisdiction. What is the API endpoint URL? So this is where our verification happens. So in Korean, we have got the API for status and /validate from the Korean government. And here, whichever API you have, you can just put in that API along with the key and it will start. So currently I don't have anything. I'm going with dummy data here. But this is just to explain. Now, what is the HTTP method? Then what is the registration number passed? Okay, so these are the details that it will ask you in detail, that exactly how the extension needs to be developed. Going forward, it will also ask you for the parameters. You don't need to have any understanding of what the shackle is, what the shapes are. The agent takes care of everything. You just tell the agent that what are the fields that are required, which are optional, which are mandatory, and damn, everything is done. So going forward, it will keep you guiding that what are the details it needs, and from there onwards, it will take you there. So currently, I don't have any new jurisdiction data. I'm not able to do the full demo here, but it is to show you that everything is there. You just take a pull of this open source repository. It's already available in TechX Gaia-X Hackathon number 9 under our repo, and you can start running this on your machine in your local. So that's it. With that, we are done. Thank you.
Thanks a lot again. So, as a wrap up, just the main reason we started this solution is kind of how to expand the Gaia-X ecosystem to other global area. That's why main reason we started this. Anyhow, just each government has limited source to open. That's why it's just something to be kind of unblocked together. It's not only something one company can do, but anyhow, I understand there is something working on between several organizations together, but the main thing that the company like us to do is something to make more easier, but more trusted verification together. That's something we are pursuing. So on top of this, we're going to expand our solution with for additional company information for notary service in Korea side, and not only just ADI number, tax number, but also we think kind of a financial history as well, how financially healthy state of the company it is, and also if any kind of, how to say, ethically right behavior history, and so on and something like that. This is something to trusted body get onboarded, trusted ecosystem. That's something what we are going to, based on this kind of technology, we add more and more to more verified and also trustworthy ecosystem development together. That's something what we are going to do based on this kind of technical solutions. And I would thanks a lot to give us kind of opportunity to join this, and I'm really honored to be awarded the second prize as well. So I would say thanks so much for Gaia-X system. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. It was your idea.